Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hey, Hope.
Girl.
Nice to see you in a while. How you doing, hun?
Hey, y'all.
You going off camera?
Are we on camera? Are we off? I look like
I don't know. I'm on for now, but let me tell you, I don't see super well. I need to get glasses. These are not prescription. And so I have to read with one eye like open and one eye closed. So I had somebody unsubscribe. I did a video. You guys must have, I know it was just in the last couple of weeks, and I'm like reading it. So we'll see, because looking at the charts, it's kind of fun. Okay, it's fun, but it's like I look like if I have to be up like this, like, we'll see.
Yeah.
So for now, welcome in, everybody. Okay, so
I didn't know if you had it.
What's that?
I just sent that to you. I didn't know if you had it.
Yeah. So let's listen to the news conferences just started a couple minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago, of Austin Drummond. Let's listen to this, and then we're going to talk about Jen's amazing reading. It just blew me away.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that after. Let's listen in. This is so exciting. He's caught. Dang. I know. That was scary last night. Thanks, Krista.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kim Wheeler, Public Information Officer for the West Region of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. We couldn't be more relieved today to share with you an update that Austin Drummond is in custody. That is a significant win for all the dedicated agencies that worked tirelessly over the past week to bring him to justice. We want to thank the community for the incredible help. This successful apprehension was made possible by the countless tips and unwavering support that we received from you, the citizens. Without your partnership and willingness to come forward with information, this arrest would not have been made possible. Thank you for being the eyes and ears. After everyone speaks, we will open it up for questions, but please note this is an ongoing investigation, and you're going to have questions that absolutely cannot be answered at this time. With me here today to provide more information on the capture of Austin Drummond is TBI Director David Roush, Jackson Police Chief Tom Corley, U.S. Marshal Western District of Tennessee Tyrese Miller, 29th Judicial District Attorney General Danny Goodman, 26th Judicial District Attorney General Jody Pickens, Lake County Sheriff Brian Avery, Dyer County Sheriff Jeff Box, and Madison County Sheriff Julian Weiser. Director Roush.
Wow, what a team.
Thank you, Kim. And thanks to each and every one of you that are here today. Let me start by making it very clear. This is a phase of the effort. The capture is a phase. We will move into the next phase. We've already started that at this time. So, but this is not done by any means. This is just, we are now able to move into the next phase. So I do want to say thank you. This is a perfect example of police community cooperation. And there is no better example for this country, frankly, of the effort that's gone into this week-long challenge, trying to find the suspect after the horrible, tragic deaths of the family that was taken from the Lake County community. And so I do want to say thank you to the local, state, and federal agencies that all came together tirelessly, working 24 hours a day for an entire week until today, when finally we were able to get the lead we needed to find the suspect and get him into custody. It also took a very vigilant community, and so we're very appreciative of everyone here in Jackson for being vigilant, paying attention, and especially for the calls today that led us on the path that led to.
ABC 24 News starts right now with breaking news.
And a community that is looking out for the safety
I had glitches.
of everyone here. So I wanted to make sure we express that. And again, I can't tell you how proud we are of the amazing team of police that have worked on this from our various levels.
Hope, we're going to listen to this, honey. I just starred your question, and then we'll answer. I have a few things we're going to talk about Jen's reading, and a few things too we can talk about, and we'll address that if that's okay, honey, when this is done.
Within government, and it shows what can happen when we put everything aside with a focus on mission. And so I want to reiterate how important that has been and how proud we are of all that were engaged in this to be able to come to today's phase in our effort. And so with that, I will turn it over for the specifics of the capture over to Chief Tom Corley with Jackson PD.
Good afternoon. Before anything else, I'd like to begin by expressing our heartfelt condolences to the families of the lost loved ones.
He's definitely from Tennessee.
We're praying for you.
No kidding, eh?
No words can fully capture the depth of your pain, but please know that you're not alone and the Jackson community mourns with you. Again, we're here today to confirm that Austin Drummond has been taken into custody. More importantly, his capture occurred without any further harm to the public or to any law enforcement officers. The outcome, as the director referred to, is the direct result of incredible coordination, skill, and determination shown by our local, state, and federal partners. It's a powerful example of what can happen when law enforcement agencies work together with the community who have a shared mission and a singular focus. I'd like to take a moment to recognize and sincerely thank the agencies who played a role in this effort. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and the United States Marshal Service, from our state partners, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Tennessee Highway Patrol, and the Tennessee Department of Homeland Security, and local law enforcement, the Jackson Police Department Special Operations Division, our Patrol Division, our Criminal Investigation Unit, and our JPD dispatchers and communications, and also the Madison County Sheriff's Department. Each of these agencies brought their resources, their people, and their expertise to the table, and they did so with excellence. I'd like to pause right now, though, and I'm a little biased, but I'm going to talk about the Jackson Police Department for just a minute. From the moment this case unfolded, you never hesitated. Our dispatchers, patrol officers, special operations, investigators, each of you demonstrated bravery, precision, and tireless dedication, even in the face of danger. Your courage has not gone unnoticed, and the citizens of this community are proud of you, and I'm deeply thankful for you. To briefly cover the apprehension this morning, I want to first address the process that led up to it. As you're aware, for the past several days, law enforcement have been focusing on specific areas of the city based upon some intelligence, some physical evidence, and technology. From discovering the vehicle near MCO Road and the intelligence which led us to the area off of Pleasant Plains Drive, these type fugitive search operations are most typically made in a methodical fashion. When covering areas, particularly wooded areas, a cursory search is not sufficient for community safety. And I know that's difficult to have patience for. And I know several of you probably didn't get a lot of sleep because the helicopters flying around and the officers being in your neighborhood.
I mean,
and I know that's tough.
For me, the helicopters would have been a relief. It's just, is he going to knock on my door and they don't see him? Would be going through my mind.
But for the last few days, that's what's been transpiring. This morning, however, a couple of encounters with Drummond changed that methodical search to a dynamic one. Just after 8:00 a.m., we received multiple calls of sightings of the suspect. Placing resources there immediately resulted in an additional citizen's call at about 8:57 a.m. We took advantage of that quickly evolving situation and made the arrest at 9:05 a.m.
9:05.
I'd like to introduce you right now to Officer Trout, Officer Compton, and Officer Drown. They were there, right at the right spot, and reacted immediately and are responsible for the apprehension of Austin Drummond. As this case moves forward, any additional charges or prosecutorial decisions from any actions that may have occurred within Jackson will be deferred to District Attorney Jody Pickens. We will continue to support his office and the TBI as this process unfolds and ensure that every step toward justice is taken thoroughly and properly. Today, again, we find some peace in knowing that the suspect is no longer a threat, but remain committed to the families, the community, and to justice. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Tonight, families in West Tennessee can sleep more soundly. Austin Drummond is once again behind bars. He is suspected of an unthinkable crime that put all of us, an entire city and area, on edge. He thought he could outrun us, but he was wrong. That's because together we cannot be stopped. Law enforcement from every level and the people who call West Tennessee home did our parts. We worked long hours, neighbors stayed vigilant, agencies donated reward money, and someone saw something. They saw something out of the ordinary this morning and did what he was supposed to do. Because of that action, Drummond is in custody. Thank you to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for leading this investigation, to the FBI for their unwavering support, and to the men and women of the Jackson Police Department and the local agencies such as the Madison County Sheriff's Office, Dyer County Sheriff's Office, Lake County Sheriff's Office, and other agencies who show up every day to answer the call to duty. And to the men and women of the United States Marshal Service, thank you. Your relentless commitment to duty is unmatched. To the families in Lake County who lost loved ones, Drummond's arrest cannot restore what has been taken from you. We only hope that we can have help give you assurance that justice will be had. And to the baby girl who will tell one day her story of survival, we look forward to all that you will do. God bless West Tennessee, and God bless America. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First thing I'd like to do is once again give our condolences to the family of the victims in this case. We have numerous victims, so obviously we have a lot of people in the communities that are hurting because of this, and we want them to know that we're going to do everything we can to seek justice in this matter. You know, this started almost 7 days ago to the exact minute. It was last Tuesday, a little after 3 p.m., when we got the first call of the infant who had been abandoned, and that started this whole process. I don't think I have ever seen so many agencies work together and work in sync. This has been so impressive. It has been what I would think should be a blueprint for the entire country on how to run an operation. You had numerous law enforcement agencies, not just 1 or 2. We're talking about that goes across all of West Tennessee, federal agencies, and they all put their pride aside and had one common goal, and they all did whatever they had to reach that goal. And because of that, today's a good day, and Austin Drummond is not going to be a threat to this community anymore. As Director Rouse said, this was phase 1. The real work starts, and the lengthy work will start at this point. Investigations do not end when a person is arrested. That's just the part to get them into custody. This investigation is going to go on for a good period of time. In addition to that, there will be lots of court appearances, lots of hearings, and we will do everything we can to ensure that the communities are kept safe, and we're going to do that by seeking justice in this case. I'm going to work with General Jody Pickens, because we do have a case. This time it's a little bit different because we're going across a couple of different judicial districts. And because of that, he and I will be working closely together, but we will work together just as law enforcement did with one common goal, and that's going to be to make sure that we seek justice. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to General Jody Pickens.
Good afternoon. My name is Jody Pickens, and I'm the elected district attorney for the 26th Judicial District, which is comprised of Chester, Henderson, and Madison counties. Like the others who have gone before me, I would like to begin by saying that my condolences go out to the families of these victims who lost their lives. And so we will continue to work to achieve justice for them. The other thing I would say that I want to say that we are very happy that we can, at this point, bring a degree of peace back to this community, which has been on edge since this incident and since they have learned that this person was back in our community. I, too, am a Madison County resident, and I just wanted to say that when it comes to law enforcement, we are blessed in this area. We don't have good law enforcement. We have great law enforcement. And as what has been said before, people put their differences aside and work toward a common goal. And that is why we are all standing here in front of you today, because working together, they were able to bring some security to this region. Like General Goodman said, arrest often is just the beginning of a prosecution. There will be the investigation will continue. I will continue to consult with our law enforcement partners, also consulting with General Goodman, because there will be some decisions made. We will be working towards making sure that anybody that may have had a hand in assisting Drummond will be held to answer for that. Those investigations will continue, and we just encourage the public, which has been so important and so engaged in this situation, to continue to provide that information that you may think doesn't matter, but which may in the end provide the break that law enforcement needs. So with that, I would say, God bless our state, God bless this community, and God bless America.
It looked like that to me too, though.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Avery. I'm the sheriff of Lake County. For those of you that don't know, Lake County is a county of about 7,000 people. It's kind of one of those counties where if one person hurt, we all hurt. And this happened right in our back door, and put a lot of people on ease. And we all band together. Once this happened, when we all band together, we all want to see this thing through. We all want to see it to the end. But today I want to say, share with our community, the Lake County community, the Madison County community, that Austin Drummond is in custody. This arrest is a significant step toward the ongoing investigation, and we are grateful of the outcome. I want to thank the local, state, and federal agencies that made this happen. Without them, Drummonds would still be free today. The community stepped up with the phone calls, the text messages, the emails. If it wasn't for them, we would still be searching. We would still be looking. To the families of the victims, please know that our thoughts and prayers remain with you. While this arrest brings some measure of relief, we realize that the road to healing is going to be a long one. We as a community continue to pray for the families affected, for those still processing the trauma of these events. Justice will continue to be pursued, and we will remain committed to doing everything we can to support those impacted. Thank you.
I'm Jeff Box, Dare County Sheriff. This incident, baby was dropped off in my county. The victims were residents of Dare County. And I want to start today by recognizing those victims. I left the funeral home just before I got here today. One of the victims, and I spoke with both his mom and dad, and they wanted me to sincerely thank with great, great gratitude each responding agency, each one of you up here, and each officer that responded to this tragic incident that put an evil sense in the air throughout Lake County, Dare County, Madison County, and all across the state of Tennessee. So today I want to begin thanking you from the family by calling those names that were tragically taken. Courtney Rose, Adriana Williams, Braden Williams, James Matthew Wilson. Their names deserve to be spoken. Their lives deserve to be remembered, and their families deserve justice. Our hearts go out to each of these families. We cannot begin to imagine the depth of your pain, the weight of your grief, or the heartbreak of what you are now facing. Please know that this community stands with you. We're lifting you up, and we will walk with you in the days and weeks to come. Thanks to the incredible collaboration that you see here on the stage and the determination of all law enforcement officers and partners, Austin Drummond has now been apprehended and charged with these victims' murders. We're thankful for a safe resolution to this manhunt, but we also recognize that these families, that the difficult journey is just beginning for them. I want to take a moment to thank those who helped make this possible. Sheriff Brian Avery from Lake County, Sheriff Troy Klass of Crockett County, and Sheriff Julian Weiser. The Jackson Police Department, whose partnership and response was unwavering. Our state partners, the TBI, Bureau of Investigation, who kept us informed every step of the way, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Our federal partners, the FBI and the U.S. Marshals. Every deputy, every officer, every dispatcher, and investigator who contributed to this effort, we thank you, as well as the public information officers, Kim Wheeler of the TBI, and Stephen Sutton, who led an important work of keeping the community and the public informed while we had boots on the ground working this case and assisting in working this case. Thank you to the community. We can't say enough about how your support and cooperation has been the best, not only to keep yourself safe, but to help in his capture today. Let me be clear that the manhunt is over. The justice process is just beginning, just like General Goodman stated. We remain fully committed to continuing this investigation, including the vehicle that was found in Dare County, the infant that was abandoned in Dare County, every tip, every detail that we receive, every lead that will be followed through completely and thoroughly. Everyone has been very concerned about the well-being of the baby, and we're glad to report the baby is healthy and doing well. As we leave here today, let us join with the victim's friends and other family members as they lift up the victim's family in prayer for strength and support that they're going to need in the days ahead. So thank you.
Sheriff Julian Weiser, Madison County. I just want to say thank you to the community for the support, the prayers, being vigilant. I got to witness some hard work this week. It was 5-6 days of high intensity. Local, state, federal law enforcement officers across this county. You know, every door that we opened, every structure we checked, we didn't know if Drummond's was going to be behind there. And to have that amount of intensity over 5 or 6 days, and our law enforcement personnel working 18 to 20 hours a day, they made an ultimate sacrifice to keep our community safe. And I want to personally thank them. I want to thank their families for standing by them. There's a lot of people behind the scenes as far as with TBI, intel analysts, support staff, the district attorney's office. You know, the troops in the field relied highly on our administrative staff. So they did a great job with providing us with intel. And I know the community will get some rest tonight. And it was amazing to see the hard work and commitment, and sacrifice that our law enforcement personnel has made for our community. Thank you.
All right, that'll conclude the remarks. Are there any questions that we might be able to handle? Yes, sir, please.
What's the working motive at this point? Any idea, anything you can tell us of why he did this?
Yeah, and at this point on a working motive, we are unable to speak about that. Still all part of the investigative process at this time. Yes.
Drummond was out on bond for multiple charges at Lake County and Trousdale County. One in Trousdale County being allegedly smuggling drugs inside of jail, still inside the jail. Will that impact his investigation right now?
In terms of his prior charges that he also has picked up while he was in prison, all of those certainly will be taken into consideration as we move forward in the justice process, as you've heard the generals speak to. So yes, all of his activities will be certainly considered, not only in our investigative effort in the justice process, but certainly in his housing and how he'll be managed going forward.
Yes, Billy, you Fox 13. You know, we saw those 3 accomplices get picked up. Are y'all looking into Caitlin Speed?
Yeah, again, I appreciate the question in terms of, those who were assisting Mr. Drummond as he was on the run. And I can tell you that we will continue to address those individuals, each that have been engaged. In terms of identifying specific individuals, I won't go into that at this time. Yes, ma'am.
Priya Schreeder with NBC News. I understand there's a connection between the suspect and the victim. Can you speak to that relationship?
Yeah, in terms of the relationship between the suspect and the victims, the suspect's girlfriend is the sister of a victim, is the daughter of a victim, and is the sister of 2 victims. So yes, that's the familial connection at that point. Yes, ma'am.
So she's currently the girlfriend. What?
Yeah, I'll let Chief Corley address.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, the girlfriend.
Yes. So the call that the first call we got, he was out.
What's that, hun?
The girlfriend is the
sister.
Is the sister of Courtney.
But the parents put out, or statement came out from the family, he used to date the murdered young girl as well. So.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I just know that he's dating and has been dating Courtney's sister.
Yeah, I mean, is she not older? It's just so wild. But I did see a statement released by a family. I'm gonna have to go find it. That he had dated in the past the deceased young girl. I'm not great with names. I forget the name right now, but yeah. Anyway, interesting.
In that area. The second call that we got that led to the apprehension, he had been in that area and was in the wood line, I believe, the wood line right behind that. So, but as far as the location where he was standing or staying overnight or during the day, yes, it was an abandoned or a vacant, I should say, a vacant building.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe so. I can't.
She should be charged. I don't know, man. If she's in.
No.
How long do you think you've been in that pool house? I mean, was it
Couldn't tell you. Not right now. We're investigating that.
Pool house.
There was a large reward out. Will somebody get that? Will society? How will it work?
Yes. So in terms of the reward, what will happen is we will vet the information that we obtained and determine who would be appropriate to receive the award. So we'll look into that very specifically to determine who it will. More than likely, from what I have heard, there may be more than one person that will receive a portion of the award, and so that's what we'll be working on as well. Let me go back here, and then I'll come back. Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about how he survived during this period of time? Was getting help from the person who's in charge in this case?
Yeah, Mike, in terms of how he was able to continue to be out on the run and those who assisted him, I won't be able to go into that because that's all part of this investigative process, and we can't go into those details yet this time.
You said you can't speak to motive. Do you have any idea why all those victims ended up in that same spot in Lake County?
Again, those are specifics about the investigative process. I won't go into details at this time. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Ren. Nice to see you.
Yeah, in terms of were we surprised that he was still in Jackson? I think I don't believe we weren't surprised that he was still here. in the area. We know he was obtaining support. Obviously, as you know, we have arrested individuals that were providing that, and so it wasn't a surprise. Quite frankly, we thought he may try to run, and his history has shown he has left the state before, and so we were concerned about that. But we had a lot of confidence in the information we were getting, the intelligence we were getting, the technology that we were following that helped us with the assurity that we were honing in quickly on his location. Again, it was the community that really broke this for us, and I don't want to downplay that at all. All of the effort, all of the technology, all of the dog determination that we had was really came down to the community doing as was stated, seeing something and making that call, and that was critical for us to be able to be where we are today with this. I think we're going to get one more.
You mentioned that Drummond wasn't armed. Were you able to recover the weapon you received holding?
Yeah, I can tell you that. We did recover a couple weapons at this point, and we're still searching to see what else is out there. And so I would ask again a plea to the public: if you see something that you believe maybe was involved in this, don't touch it. Call right away. Let us get to it and process that scene. There are still pieces that we're trying to place together, and so there's still evidence out there that we need to gather. But we have recovered weapons. I can't speak to if those are the weapons that were used in the homicides, but I can tell you we have recovered a couple of firearms at this time.
Couple.
I'm sorry. I cannot speak to the specifics of the weapons yet. Right? Yes, sir. Final. I can tell you in terms of Drummond, he has been transported to a facility. We won't state where he's at this point. And I can tell you that, well, I won't tell you what took place after he was taken into custody. That's all part of our investigative process. In terms of the child, I will yield.
For the baby, we'd rather not say where the baby is now for its well-being, but it is safe, healthy, and been well taken care of.
Again, thank you all. We very much appreciate the help, especially throughout this. The media has been absolutely critical, pushing information as quickly as we could provide it to you, keeping a focus for the public on this. And so we again, this isn't just policing. This is our community. This is our great media doing a fine job. So thank you all as well for the effort that was put into this. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, man.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, let's find Sebastian.
I know. And Hope, not to burst the bubble for those great men and women who caught him, because they surely did, but it wasn't the TBI that caught him. It was the U.S. Marshals.
It definitely wasn't.
It was the U.S. Marshals.
Wasn't any kind of, private investigator either.
No, I saw the video of the man. I don't know, there must have been more than one. The gentleman that said he saw him walking in the middle of the field early this morning, and he's like, nobody's walking in the field. Everybody's locked up in their houses.
Yeah.
And called the police. And he said, before I was even off the phone, the police were surrounding him because they must have been right in the area, right? They must have been close by.
Yeah.
Surrounding.
He was apprehended on Wynwood, which was right there. Just right there. It's right there where we were looking,
I know. Well, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's go through the comments here quickly. Hope, do you think half-sister? I do think she must have been helping him. I think she's going to lose her job. She's going to lose her job. That's so beyond inappropriate.
She already lost that job. She already lost the prison job. Mm-hmm. I think that she's lost that one.
Okay, I didn't know.
He was, yeah, she was fired already.
Oh, Donna, thank you, sweetie.
That was sweet.
I know. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. So do you want to talk about that? Because for the drone drops, yeah, well, I'm just glad she's no longer in law enforcement.
Yeah.
But it was epic this morning, Jen. You dropped a video live. I showed up, and Jen, you were talking about, is Austin going to get arrested today?
Yeah.
And you're like going through a transit and they're like, oh, this is interesting. He could be caught this morning. And I'm like, what time? And you're like 9:16. And
Yeah.
nowhere to lie, 9:16 was the timestamp on the post. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, for the TBI. So the TBI, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at the Venus coming to the TBIs, same degree. Of course, Venus is in Cancer, but it doesn't matter if it's in the same sign or not. When it is transiting to your natal degree, there is an expression that's taken place. And there was an expression that was taking place with the TBI, and it's about their values. And it's in Cancer, so it could be about home, and the home for the TBI, of course, is the state of Tennessee, and that was taking place at the same time. 9/16, it was taking place at the same time as the Marshals, where they were receiving a shakeup about the future breakup of the values. So I wasn't sure if they were the ones that were going to be, if they apprehended him without the community, no reward. But if there was somebody in the community, then it would be a reward. So there was like this future breakup with the investigation, because Palace is an investigator. And I was just explaining that in the live this morning. I'm like, he's going to let go. There's an opportunity for him to let go. Will he let go today? Will he let go and surrender today without a fight? And if he was going to do that, it would have been around 9:16 this morning.
Unbelievable. And he just said 9:05.
Yeah.
11 minutes before.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Which was probably when, before the TBI, it was probably before Venus came to TBI, and it was probably exactly when the U.S. Marshals was receiving a breakup with the investigation, because Palace is an investigator. I can show it every time that she is an investigator. All this other woo-woo, sweet stuff that, astrologers talk about with Palace. No, she's an investigator. She brings a shakeup. And we see it. We saw it this morning.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, it was really fun and interesting. This morning's live was, because
I was blown away.
Like, he's being caught. And then Leanne saying, the TBI posted at 9:16, Jen.
No, I'm on the live and I'm like, what time? I just had this feeling he was coming in. I thought it was going to be in the middle of the night or today, like early today. I just did. And that there's no way they got, like, when we pulled cards yesterday, I wanted to talk about that, because that was also fascinating. Because I think what I'm pulling up was the arrest, because there's 2 men and a woman that were arrested with him in that vicinity. Well, not the woman was, maybe not the 2 men, right? Because I was like, is he got help? You were zeroed in on the King of Swords. I got goosebumps. and I'm like, that feels to me like somebody really focused. And then we see the video of him that night walking around with his fucking rifle on his own.
Yeah.
Like, you were focused on that aspect, and I think, and that I just wanted to use that as an example.
Justice of it, yeah. That there was going to be justice.
Yeah.
And, the card that you pulled that had the 4, I'm wondering if we're going to have a
fourth
one. I'm wondering if we're going to have a 4th one, because the investigation is really just now ramping up. Yeah.
Well, they did release on it. Sorry. Fucking headsets. They did release. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear now.
Yeah. What's that at church, Donna?
Sorry. They did.
Oh, where he was walking around.
Yes.
It was the community.
Yeah. And the porches.
It was Cornerstone Community. That's what it was. Cornerstone Community Church. I think.
I think it was going to get violent. I think I just had this feeling he was going to go. And you were seeing that in the charts, eh?
I was scared. Scared of law enforcement.
Yeah. So thank God. I wonder if he did get the message from his dad and that weighed on him, because I don't know. Who knows? But it was go watch it. It was the live first one she did today. It blew me away, because I'm like, what time And then as we're on the live, oh my God, he's just been arrested. I'm like, okay, in 15 minutes, a few minutes from now, and then boom, there it was. To the minute almost. I was like,
and if you don't want to watch the whole live, this morning, I did like a little snippet and I put it on my shorts. I did a little snippet of the live and put it on the short that way, because some people don't want to. Yeah, it was 9:16. Yeah.
Just
can't make it up, y'all. I can't make it up.
I know, it just blew me away. And then, so I also wanted to just give an example of that reading because it all depends on the language. Because sometimes everybody will comment in the quotes like about a possible other interpretation. And that is the point. Like in the astrology, Jen's energy is focused on whatever aspect. So that card's prevalent. I was getting, who is he with? Like we were focused on two different, and that's why it's really hard for me to do tarot live because it's harder to really focus for me when you're pulled in and out of chat and everything else. But anyway,
that would
and
be
Jeff, you missed it.
Yeah, Jeff missed it. He called. I was in the shower right before we did this live, and he said, "Did you go live this morning?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "It didn't even notify me," and I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, it didn't notify me." It was a lot of fun, Jeff.
I didn't get notified either. Anyways, go watch it. And then Donna and I are always on the same wavelength too. Donna's like emails me captured. I'm like, I know. I'm on Jen's live. We're talking about it now.
It was amazing. That was fun. That was a fun reading this morning because I didn't realize that he was in transit today all day, with Chronos. And what is Chronos? Chronos is powering energy, but it's also about timing. It's about the freaking timing, man. And the timing was right today. There was two people that brought a lot of problems to him today. And those two people are the ones that more than likely called.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
and they just confirmed that the reward will likely have to be split because more than one person called.
Yeah.
Blows me away. Like just blows me away.
It's because Hades is in Gemini. So Hades in Gemini means two people. We're looking at two people that were communicating today, and there was a timing. So, I mapped him from where I feel like the area around, not exactly, but the area around where the baby was dropped off at 3, because I didn't know what time that those murders took place. So I just did the baby, and that's where the lines, and then I didn't even draw in the missing because I was too busy focused on that area with the U.S. Marshals to think, are they going to pull it off? The Mercury was there. So we can also look at that too with the Mercury and Leo and say, okay, this media attention was also about the baby, and it's also about the two people that would have called it in. It's beautiful. To see it all in hindsight.
To be there when it's happening live.
It was fun.
I was like, oh my effing God.
Yeah.
What time? And it's interesting that I pressed you for time because I felt it was important. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, you were on the effing money, like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
When he was unbelievable.
Yeah. Good stuff, girl. Good stuff. Like 9:16, that's exactly when the TBI was saying, hey, we got him. And I was wondering, are they going to say that they found something of his? Are they going to say that they have found him? What?
Well, because you were like communication, some publication, some media, right?
Yeah. I just don't know because Venus is about evidence. I'm thinking evidence. There's some type of evidence that they are going to talk about.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so we're going to move into Sebastian now.
I'm going to turn my camera off for a minute.
Okay. I was up last night because, Jen is really good. It's just wild. Jeff is just wild. Well, I was up last night. I decided I made a mistake. Jen, don't kill me. She can't. I'm up last night. I'm like, I want to look at Sebastian's, like the lines. For some reason, I was guided. Can y'all hear me? Because my headset keeps falling out.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Y'all hear me?
I can hear you good.
Okay, so weird. Anyways, last night I was guided. I don't know why. I was guided to go to where I saw the deer of Sebastian. Do y'all remember where I saw the deer? I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory, and then we'll watch the video, and then we'll go into Jack and Lily. We'll look at Sebastian's chart and all that stuff. I did 3 readings this morning, 2 today, KP's conversation with the Texas, like the earpiece after Texas Roadhouse, what that was about. I did a bowling, that's very interesting, reading that'll be live tomorrow. And I did a Jack and Lily reading this morning. Hope you were there. Okay, so let me I think some other people in here were there too. So Terry Lynn had kept bugging me. She was doing what you did with me this morning, where she'll send I'm going live, and she was after me, jump on my live with me. And I didn't have time. It's a lot of work, right? Even just doing this extra
a lot of work.
It is, which is fine, but it's extra work to support each other and listen to all the updates and do your own videos, and it's consuming. So she texts me, and let me just backtrack. Before that, I was really honed in on Rock Castle because I was getting all the markers in the home, of Rock Castle, and I was getting underwater, which is originally why I thought underwater, not alive. And then TL goes live. I'm streaming live. She texts me going, I'm at Rock Castle. What? Because I asked her to go for me. So I forward everybody on our live. We're watching her live, and I'm talking to her on the phone, texting. And literally, she asked the woman at Rock Castle if there's a well in the shed. And she's live, and it's the first time I'm on viewing the water live. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. But the energy was asking me to go out further on the other channel, out from Cumberland, out. And then she gets off the live. The woman's like, no, there's no well here. And you turn around. Yeah, you were there too, Donna. Turns around, and there's a big well fucking tower, a stack. I'm like, what the dang? Why would she just not say, yeah, it's right here? Anyways, it was weird. Then, so that Sunday morning, I've got the video. I get the text from Terry Lynn, and we're going to watch the whole thing. She just texts me. I don't know where she is in Hendersonville. She's parked beside a church. She's at a stop sign, and I just get guidance to tell her where to go. And we end up with a deer, and we end up at 178 Britain. Now, that is not where I believe he is. But that's when I started to get my images of him, of maybe him the deer. The deer led us to those addresses. It was wild. And that house that I gave you the address of this morning, it's not 178 Britain, because I know people have said, no, we've searched that house. That is the general area. But I was starting to consider, could Sebastian be underground in a basement with a view of the water? Because then I was getting those visions of him in a porthole. So was he in? So I'm trying to explain to everybody so you understand how it works in the psychic world.
Well, and the marina is right there.
And the marina is right there. So I'm getting a vision of a porthole. Does that mean he's on a ship? Maybe. Or does it mean he has a view out of the water and he's underground, right? So that's the point. You can have those visions, and it's about figuring out what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so anyways, I want to just go there if we can for a minute, and then because the drum roll, the whole thing about this is it's on his chart. And it's not only just on his chart, Jen, this is where we should be searching for Sebastian.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, I screenshot it. I'm like, oh my effing God, because I had remember I said to Nancy, the reason I'm so freaked out about this is because when Nancy was posting, just fucking find them already. And I'm like, I wish I could just wave my magic wand. And I said to you, I said, hey, the only time I've been guided to somebody was my guides guiding me to a home.
Yeah.
And that's sure enough where the child was. And here I was guided again. You know, so that's why I got goosebumps all over that's why this is really piquing my interest even more now, Jen, because it was my guides that led me to that other little boy in the water underground here in Rockport, Ontario, Canada. And it was my guides that took me to that house. So I want to look at it a little bit more. We'll do that, and then do whatever you want with KP or whatever you want to discuss.
Yeah, I mean, we can look at the addresses around there too. I mean, there are some, but the only thing is that, you know, some of those addresses, I don't think that we would get in trouble showing the addresses because they are on public record, but I don't know. You can.
I don't know if we need to show
other addresses. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
what
you can
happened?
look at other addresses on your own time then. Okay.
Yeah, like I don't mind showing this. I don't really want to go through. I mean, I don't mind looking at the houses, but I don't, because I think, I mean, there's only a couple in there, a few in there that I would look at, truly.
Right.
Like 3.
Okay.
But this was okay. So Terry Lynn's live, and then somehow she gets disconnected, and so that's why it's titled "Oops." Interesting, because it's so easy to find. So you'll see me show up in the chat. Oh, you know why you won't see me show up in the chat? I forgot, because Terry. Hang on, am I not able to play it? Terry doesn't play replays. Terry doesn't show the chat conversations in replay, I don't think. So you may not see me.
All right, guys. Uh-oh, spaghetti goes.
I'm just going to speed it up so we don't have to. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Jeff, I agree too.
I agree. And that's why, that is exactly why I have not publicized it. Everybody's like, we've checked 178 Britain. It's like, that's a marker that gave me a clue. That's not the address. And I have not given it out. Jen's the only person I've given it to this morning, because it's not something that should go out to public. I don't need anybody knocking on anybody's door and getting hurt or anything. Like, no. Yeah, you were here too. I know, honey.
I lost it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yep. I was like, you know what? I did it. It happened. It got hot and it said bye on me. Sorry. It happened, but I'm back. I was like, are you kidding me? We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. I was like, well, that just happened real quick, right? All right. Nope, I'm not a human. I'm a nut job. I was like, that just did not happen, but it did.
I was trying to resist.
It happened.
Definitely crossed over at the very least.
Let me finish that. It got hot, and I was like, well, okay. Let me go back to where that was. Good morning, keep hope always. I'm human. Good morning, Kimberly. I'm back. I'm back. They're probably like, what the hell did she do? Where am I at? Shoot. Shit. Hold on, I'll look. Exactly. I'm at a church. Where the hell am I?
Welcome in, Lola.
I'm at,
welcome in.
Victory. Oh my goodness. Victory Missionary Baptist Church. Hell, I didn't realize I was back yet. Hold on a minute. Okay, where am I? I was wondering when church was going to actually start, because I was like, but I forgot, you know. I thought, this is crazy. But everything that has breath, praise the Lord.
Okay, come on, Tara.
So I said, where am I? I don't
Okay, hang on.
do. Thumbs up. Oh my gosh, that's going to really get. But as I was finishing that, let me finish that. It got hot. God, you know. I thought, this is crazy. But everything that has breath, praise the Lord.
Okay, so I was trying to follow it, but I think there's.
I am
I think this is
Hold
where
on,
she
guys.
says, "Good
Make a
morning,
note.
MMO." So I just want to let you know that
It's
I'm the
the
one she's
blonde
talking
in
to.
me.
Come on, Terryland.
Hold on. I'll tell you. So it would be West Main Street. Shit. What kind of energy are you catching on to? Is what I want.
That's me.
What kind of energy?
She's talking to me right now.
I did. I pushed a button and it said, it said what it said.
So the person she's talking to is me. I think I forwarded it past where she says, "Hi, MMO."
Hold on.
Gotcha.
I forwarded it
For
through.
that
So
subdivision, let me see if I go over here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I think I have to go over here. Hold on.
She doesn't play her
Near the lights, guys.
her chat and
I was
replay.
like reading.
Live
I think
chat.
this is going to be right here, and this is going to be. I think this is going to be Scottish Highland, I think, or something like that. Hold on, I'll tell you.
And she gets followed, eh? It's really scary. She gets followed.
Yeah, mind hitting that thumbs up. Oh my gosh, that's going to really get on my nerves. That light is not working. This is going to be St. Andrews here.
And I don't know Hendersonville, and I don't have a
Hello.
map. I'm just telling her to go.
Let's see if y'all feel anything through here. And I haven't actually been through here ever. Now, I did give a lady a sign. She was the lady that gave me, what do you call it? The ice cream sandwich with her and her son. You got your coffee? Get some sleep. Anita Phillips, did you say sleep? My anxiety levels were up. Are there wells? Oh, back here? Oh, gosh.
Are there wells? I'm asking her.
No idea. Now,
because I'm still on this well thing at this point.
I don't know how old I don't know how old these homes are. I mean, they're not new.
And this is also along the water, the Cumberland River.
I don't know. I'm going to say that probably, sweet day to you, Rory, my darling. Let me see if I can pull something.
The white truck that follows her was very scary.
Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to pull something to see. Hold on, I'll go back that way. Oh shit, I'm about to get a damn bit in. Hold on. Which that is not a good idea.
About a half an hour before we watch.
I have to pull a map to see how old this house is. This is an old house over here, but this one over here looks like it's semi-newer. Is there a walking trail? I don't know about that. I don't know. Let me see how close I can get through this. Sugar. I don't know. Let me see if I can get over. Let me see if I can get over here. Let me see. I kicked us all out. I did that. Let me see. Hold on. Because
that looks like a neighborhood I sold a house in that's by the lake.
Yeah, it's right on the water.
This is older. Let me go to the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the Cumberland right there.
No, not here, but the location she ends up in. So what happens is she's driving around. I'm trying to get her to where I want her to go. And eventually I just say, pull over, and I text her 178 Britain. I pin it and I text her 178 Britain. So
I did that, y'all. I did that. I'm sorry. I did that.
I'm just going to fast
Yeah,
forward a little bit.
they got their own issues. You know, that's just, I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? For me to say, yes, that's where yes, I'm near that, correct.
So I'm talking to her through text.
Good morning, Judy. Good morning. I'll take you by there. Hold on. I'll take you by there. Hold on. Hold on, folks. We're going for a little ride, kids. Y'all ready to roll?
Sad what happened to her.
Come on.
Okay. She goes into the golf course because I was watching in what her followers are called. I know, hon. I was watching the night before. The guy that shot up people on the highway they were looking for, remember? And the night before, and the name Bluegrass was mentioned, and it stood out for me. And sure enough, Bluegrass Road is a couple blocks over. So I said, hey, so she's here looking at just to make sure there's nothing at the golf course. So I'm just going to skip through this. But this is, she goes to Bluegrass Golf Course. And I couldn't believe it when I was watching the live. There was also a Rock Castle Road the night before on that live. And I'm like, what are the odds?
Right.
We're almost going to be there.
Yeah, I've been down here.
Oh yeah, this is okay. Well, this is where it gets interesting.
I've looked down this road a lot on the map too.
I know, honey. I know, but just because I was led here, I'm very curious. I just want to look at it again, the line, because
hold on just a minute.
No, Donna, I don't know Kathy, but I do know, or I did work with Danny Guy when I was selling real estate at Fairview Plantation.
this is after I've pinned her the 178 Britain. This is Britain, and at the end of the road is the little marina. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is where the deer shows up.
Oh, okay.
Which I understand Reverend Donna told Seth something about a deer, and Sebastian liked deer. So I was like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I was like, this deer was telling us where to go.
Well, she showed him all kinds of things that was just gruesome. So I don't know.
I know. And I don't know why she would do that. That's just,
I don't know why anybody would do that to a parent.
No.
anybody. That's the worst thing that you could do, I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I want to. This makes me want to get out.
Mhm.
This is a really good search area. I need to shut my mouth. I will. What time is it? Hold on. Let me go up and come back down. I want to see that. That's like an open. What the hell? Oh. Yeah, I got to keep a good eye on the time. I got an appointment, and I can't. Oh, yeah. I'll be coming back. There's water all through here. Are you kidding me? Shit, we won't be parking back here though. But I'll talk to them.
There it is.
Yep.
They got good food too.
They got good food?
Yeah, the marina does. It's
So it's simmering here in these houses because the deer goes through the trees here in a minute and takes us into that subdivision.
Right here, this is private. I have to talk to these people. Yeah. There's people in there. This is private.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was on a houseboat here.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And I was starting to wonder the same thing because I'm getting this view and looking out at the water.
Mm-hmm.
This is private, but I don't think I'll have a problem talking to them. Good morning, Pink Warrior. Yeah.
I just want to show you the deer.
Okay.
And then she makes her way back to the other houses. And one of them has, like, it's chain link fence.
It's the marina. All I have to do is talk to them.
But well, you and I can talk about that off.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to go watch the full video, you can see.
This is private property.
We're 50 minutes in. It's 2 hours and 34 minutes. So she does. I'm going to show you the deer, and then she does backtrack. She gets followed out, and she ends up at the properties that I was talking about this morning with the chain link fence and stuff. It's weird shit.
And I'm not a member of any of that shit. But I want to know if they got a way out. Shit. Uh-huh. When I go back. I'm considering a membership. What? We need to talk about boats. We need to talk about boats.
She was thinking of going in. This is 10 months ago. She's thinking about going in now. So we're talking about boat. What can she say?
I need to know everything about my boat. I don't know shit about a damn boat. So you need to tell me what size boat I got. I got to have info deets on everything. If I'm going to act like I'm membering, I got to know everything. See, this is getting me tore up because right now.
Okay, the deer is going to show up in a minute. Gets out of the car.
I want to get out in those woods. Damn it.
I'm going to fast forward because she gets out. She's looking on the side.
5 minutes. Stay gone for 5 minutes.
Goes in on the side. And here she comes out, and a deer shows up. Watch for it.
Shit, he's going into the damn woods. What the hell?
Yeah,
hold on.
I missed it. I missed it. We're like all in the chat. There's a deer, Terryland. He's wagging his tail at her.
It's over there. We've got a piece of a hose pipe. We've got some thing there. No. A black bag? No. That's weird.
Where's the deer? Come on, little deer.
It's a garbage bag. I don't know who they are. I don't know these people. If they ask me, I'm just tell them I lost my damn diamond ring.
I don't know where the deer went. I heard the tail end of it, but might have come out. I might have missed it.
So you got him because I was going to get him. There's your light, whatever the hell kind of beer that is, light, whatever. Whatever light that crap is, it's beer. I'm gonna have to come back here. This is a fridge. Let's see. They throw everything out. Nope. No mountain lions. Nope. Now, I've got some land that does have some things like that on it. There's another entrance over there. Oh, you're picking the wrong place to troll, dude. You really are. I'm not in the mood. Not today. Not unless you want to come help. There's some little yellow flowers. I don't know what the hell they're called.
I don't know what happened to the deer clip. I thought.
Yeah, I really don't. But look at here.
Oh, there he is. You can see it coming up, I think. There he
Y'all
is.
see that walking?
There's a deer. And then he looks at Terry Lynn and goes to the end of the bush.
When I said I wasn't alone, I knew it. Happy birthday to you, baby boy. Happy birthday to you, baby boy. Happy birthday to you, baby boy. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, can we see the deer go in the bush, and then we're going to forward it through?
It's a buck. That's a buck. That is not just a deer. It's a buck.
Okay.
That's a buck.
So she ends up driving back down, ends up getting followed out by some white truck, has to find a way of getting rid of this guy on her tail, and then ends up back at these other fenced in. There she is driving around to get rid of him, and ends up
What is this?
in this gated,
I don't care. Fuck it. Let's
gated kind of community. So
ask Stephen Crabtree.
okay, so let's pull up the chart, because I thought it was in like wild, that I had already located this as an interesting area, and then last night, like when I was in bed at 11:30, probably shouldn't have, but I did pull up the chart. And yeah, I forgot to tell you, I tried to mark it a couple times. So I might have marked it like 5 times. Sorry. For this Britain. So it's right on the trail. Right on the trail.
Yeah, it's right there at the marina. Yeah. Right there to the right.
So
yeah.
This is it. This is where we were just at, right here.
Yeah.
This is the marina she drove down into.
That's right.
Now, which charts do you want me to pull up?
I mean, it's up to you, whichever ones you want to look at. You can see if the missing is there, what the missing says, but go to the left, the far left. Don't
Sebastian.
hit the missing. Yeah.
Sebastian.
Okay, so we have no missing. You can click on the natal. No natal. So the missing and the natal aren't there. So it's, the state of Tennessee and the FBI are there.
And Seth.
And, is Seth there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can see that the line's there.
Yeah.
With the state of Tennessee.
Hang on. Oh, for the love of freaking God.
Yeah. You click the parents instead of the actual little eye thing. It turns it on and off.
The what? No, I know. My eyes. Okay. I just want to see the validity of it, because
I ended up thinking that this north node was Seth is because Carter's address, his north node goes over Carter.
Right.
So that's where he meets his north node eventually would be with Carter. Because his address is right up there. But yeah, so go to the, All right, so you can click on Tennessee and see what Tennessee says. Because it does go right over the marina,
Where's Tennessee here?
Tennessee's already there. They're already there.
Oh, sorry, honey. Okay.
Already pulled up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is values. So the state of Tennessee has values here, and it does oppose the dark moon in Aquarius, which is the dark moon and the Aquarius lines are, some of them are going over the landfill that they searched.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can click on that. Health of a child, publicity. Because it's, we're talking about the health. And then Seth's north node is here. So the north node, like I said, it does go over Detective Carter's house. So I do wonder about that. It also goes over one of Chris's ex-girlfriend's house or ex-wife's house. The one that paints him as a sweet angel, which I think something's wrong with her, but it's my opinion. And then the other blue line over there, I think is either the marshals or it's the gray, the gray line to the right of the gray line to the right.
Just trying to get that one in.
Yeah, the gray one over to the right that's going over that marker. I think that's Eric Craddock. The one to the right. That's actually going over the marker. Yeah.
It just
to the right. to the right.
I'm trying, Jim. It's just.
That's okay. That's okay. There's a
Hang
great.
on. This one?
No, that's Seth. Go over to the marker. Yeah,
this
right
one.
there. Yeah. That's Eric Craddock. That's where he has challenges with his Leo moon. So the challenges with the moon and the girl that first started the group, I want to say her last name is Fowler. And this marker that I have, I think is a Fowler, a last name of Fowler.
What started what group?
Started the Facebook group with early on. People started, making fun of her past, pulling her up. And so I think that this is around where one of her family members lives. I don't remember.
Well, that's also what's interesting. No, I remember because this was Donna Fowler that JLR interviewed, and she came on and said, I know where Sebastian is.
Okay.
And everybody made fun of her. And then months later, we end up at this house, and one of these houses in here is owned by a Fowler.
Yeah, but not pertaining to Donna. Donna lives.
Okay.
Yeah, Donna lives. Yeah, I remember I've got her address on here, but that's not her address. But yeah.
Okay.
That
so
we were. Yeah.
Okay. It was just a coincidence then, because it was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is interesting that the FBI that we all go, that we're coming here, except the missing isn't here.
Well, I took a picture. I don't know where it is last night. What line it is.
The state of Tennessee is really all we need. I mean, the state of Tennessee is going here, and it's going over the marina. But again, we're looking at lines that are also going over Detective Carter.
Right.
That is working on the case. So that could be what that's actually about. That Detective Carter, whatever evidence he has, whatever evidence he is going to collect, could bring it home for Sebastian. And I would map Detective Carter, but I can't find his birthday. The detectives, I don't think I've found his birthday. The detectives are pretty discreet with their public records. I mean, they're no Michael Carter. I could find his address, but I couldn't find his birthday. Yeah.
Well, I took a picture. I just can't find it right now. That you said this line should be searched, which is where we might find Sebastian. Because I took a picture of it. You don't remember that? I'll have to find it in my pictures because I took it.
Oh, did you send it to me?
I don't know.
Oh,
but I have a picture. I'll find it. So, what line would that be? What chart would that be?
With what?
With the Sebastians. You had some comment about Sebastian here. That we could this very well could be a line for searching Sebastian.
I don't know. You could just click on them and see if they say that.
I don't have a clue. Oh, for the
Oh,
love of God. I wish you could just backtrack. That's okay. I'm just reminding everybody of all your hard work every time we go out.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But what I was working on this morning when I was looking at it, what I was working on was the DA.
Hang on, I lost my.
I've got one. I think I've got 3 angles for the DA.
What the hell?
And I was working on.
Sorry.
I was working on the DA. That's what I was working on this morning, because the DA is, of course, going to be retiring soon, and then there's going to be a new DA, and I'll add that new DA in. But the DA, of course, the district attorney, that's where I really want to see how he's going to bring it home for Sebastian. So I've got 3 angles of his. That's what I was working on this morning.
Okay.
So
here we are.
That's what I was working on this morning. If you want to turn off the addresses so you don't accidentally click on them. Oh, don't. Yeah, there you go.
I just don't know where I saw that. I'm going to look for it again because I took a picture, although it was, late at night. But I thought for sure there was something here about this being an important line, but maybe
Well, it could be the ones with the Culver, Culvers and Strike and Spare and Texas Roadhouse. That could be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think this is just a coincidence that I was led there?
I think that the missing isn't going here, but there's a lot of disordered aggression with, if you just look at the missing right there and see where the missing lines are, and you turn everything off, then you can kind of get an idea of, turn off the parents, turn off the law enforcement, and turn the missing on. You could find, and then turn the law enforcement off and then turn the missing on. That's where you could find, see, that's, and they're pretty close right there, but they're not as
right
close as you would think, but it's still wouldn't,
within the boundary.
But the missing should pull it. One of those missing lines. If the Tennessee, the fact that Tennessee's going over there, we can also look at how close it is. It's going to be the same lines that's going over the Texas Roadhouse.
Where? Which
right
one?
above you. Right above you. You see those
two
markers?
Which? Oh, right.
Yeah, those 2 markers are going over the Texas Roadhouse. That's what I wanted to see today, and I forgot. I wanted to see if there's anything, but that one to the left is going to be the Texas Roadhouse one, that's for sure, because it's right there. The green line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Turn on the DA if you don't mind. I've just got DA. Yeah. So you see how the DA is going over?
Right over it.
Okay, so I want you to turn off the missing now. And if you just think of, I want to tell you that this line right there that you have, click it. That may be all it says. Okay, the DA's Venus is the same degree as Kathy's series, which is a lot of energy. It's about church. It's about religion. So we could even find a church right here.
Mm-hmm.
There is, or something having to do with Kathy. Anyway, the DA, his Venus goes straight over the landfill that they searched for Sebastian. His Jupiter is coming here. So it's something that he learned about here. There's something about the Texas Roadhouse for the DA. And it's then this opposition with Jupiter in Leo, the things that he learns, is going to the Venus in Aquarius, which is about the video, the networking, and it takes us to that landfill. But there's other addresses before we get to the landfill, of course. There's other addresses that we get to before we come to the Texas Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
What's the line next to it on the right? So there's a divine justice. And it's his astrea in Pisces. So that astrea that's in Pisces, that's where we want to really look and see.
Because
that's the justice. And he is a DA that brings justice. So eventually that astrea in Pisces should bring it home. That's what I'm thinking.
You've got on Seth's line, because I pulled it up, I found my text. Seth in Leo, conjunct Juno in Leo. This conjunction goes to Chris's ex-wife and into Chattanooga through Georgia. This is a great line to find Sebastian on. And that's
okay. I want to make sure that I put on there that it also goes over Detective Carter's.
Okay.
Because it does go over Detective Carter. When you get off here, you can see that it actually goes over his house too.
I believe
that would be the relationship with Detective Carter.
Okay.
I think that's the relationship with Detective Carter. I could be wrong, I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Now, after, finally finding his address.
Okay.
So the Astrea one, this is the angle that I want to look at. The one to the right, the Astrea one, that one. That's the angle that I want to look at going north into Pisces. So you can zoom out, like zoom all the way out, and then look at that angle. See where it's going? It's going up north.
Yeah.
You see it's going that way. This is where we want to look for Sebastian. It's going up this way. And so the White House, go further in, like go down, go zoom in to White House. Okay. So Kathy has family here. She has an old house here. There's a funeral home here. Let's see, funeral home, school, one of Kathy's old addresses. But yeah, this is where, this is close to where Melissa lives. There's some of their family lives right here, but there's a justice. The DA has a justice with Astrea and Pisces, which is interesting. So I'm going to be looking at this angle today more because I haven't been able to look at it since all the Drummond stuff, and I went live this morning.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. Okay, hon.
So this is near Portland. You know, it's near Portland. It's crossing over 65. But there's a justice here with him, with the DA, the Jupiter and Lee, and it, you know, this angle is going over the Texas Roadhouse. So we have two angles. We've got an opposition with the DA. One of them is going over Texas Roadhouse. The other one is going over the landfill. I mean, directly over the landfill. So this divine justice with him would be going north right there, and it's faded. So we're looking at the DA being faded with the Texas Roadhouse. Why?
When is the new DA come in? But this is the old DA, hun.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So it doesn't matter when the new person takes over.
When the new person takes over, I bet you anything, they have an angle that's going to go right here too.
Okay. And so it's not a matter if you can't look at it for timing then, because if the line doesn't change, we can't look at it like it doesn't mean like there's justice before the new DA comes in then.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it's for all of time.
Okay.
So if you go and you zoom in on that White House, if you zoom in on that red line of his, if you zoom in.
I'm just trying to find the White House first.
Oh, you were just there. White House, Tennessee. Yeah, you were just there.
I know, but somehow we
no,
ended
you're
up
not going to find it now. There you go.
It is.
There it is. Okay, so if you zoom in on White House on that line, and we just look at the missing, because there is a divine justice here. Okay, so what does that missing say that's right next to it? Missing South Node. South Node suggests he's been here before with relationships. Ellie is faded here. So not only is the DA faded here, but the law enforcement is too. I'm remembering that this is before I would even put the DA in. So you could turn the missing off now and turn the parents on. So we definitely see Chris and we see Seth and Katie. And Katie's Astrea is here. So Katie has a divine justice. So does the DA. So that means that the DA and Katie are meeting up here with a divine justice with Astrea. Although Katie has a relationship here. There's a relationship with Katie that's going in this direction. And we could go all the way down to the actual property, of Chris and Katie, of Stafford Court. We could go all the way down to look at the neighbors too.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to actually go into White House. I just wanted to use that as a marker. So this is where Seth meets his midheaven. This is a good line for Seth to meet his midheaven when it comes to the 10th house of his public image, of his, his midheaven. with authority.
For the love of God.
Oh shit.
All I did was like go and check my screen on the live so I could see what people were doing, and totally got booted out. Okay.
So you could turn off, you could go back down into that, yeah. And then you could turn the parents off and you could look at the natal. So see, the natal's there. Okay, so we want to see the DA is there. Sebastian's Mercury in Sagittarius in the first house squares Uranus and Pisces. There's a group here. There's a group. There's a group. And it could,
lines.
you know.
I'm gonna zoom in. There's two lines.
Yeah. The natal Vulcanus in Cancer in the 8th house of death, rebirth, regeneration. It's a good standing with Uranus here. So there is a lot of emotions with family that go here, and there is an intensity. It's a shakeup. There's a shakeup here.
Okay.
And of course,
so
this goes from Stafford all the way up into Michigan or whatever. So you can turn the natal off. And now I'm interested in the law enforcement, just all of them. See what? All law enforcement, because we know that the DA is here. And we got a bunch of them. So the DA is here. The Secret Service is here. State of Tennessee has their IC. So that's interesting, isn't it? That the state of Tennessee's IC is in Pisces. Their lowest point is here. And Seth meets his midheaven here. Interesting. They're opposing.
U.S. Marshals.
U.S. Marshals, yep. So they have their 3rd house Saturn that's conjunct the dark moon. So the communications brings them a lot of darkness about things of the past.
Mm-mm.
And then the FBI is the black. The gray is Eric Craddock. So they're
all freaking here.
There's a lot of problems. All the problems with the FBI in Pisces is going here. It's going on this angle. And like I said, we can go, all the way from Stafford Court and go up. What's a midheaven? I mean, it just depends on which astrologer you talk to, what a midheaven is. The way that I describe a midheaven is if you're in church and you're raising your hands and you're praising the Lord, that's your midheaven. You're reaching up. You're reaching to the skies. You're reaching for the stars. You got good things going on. Well, your IC is where you're just low. You're depressed. You're down. There's things that are happening that are just, bringing you down.
Whose IC is it?
It's the FBI's. This is where all their problems come. All the problems with this case is right here. So this is going to be the best place, I feel like right now, that I'm really honing in on, that I was looking at this morning, So if you would look at the gray lines to see if we can find Eric. There's some gray lines that should be Eric. That's the U.S. Marshals. Let's see. Look for another gray line. There he is. Right there. So his north node is here. This is where he is fated. His north node is where he's going. The south node is where he's been. See what I'm saying? He's been in Virgo. Yeah. This is where he's going. This is where he is going to meet that fate. So we have a lot of fate here. We've got Eric Craddock's fate. We got the fate of the DA with Justice. We got the fate of Justice with Katie. This is where I want to be. Whether we're a mile away, we're 10 miles away, or 50. This is where I want to focus. And I'm going to start pulling those addresses that I have because, shit. I mean,
look
damn,
at me.
950. We should be on something.
You guys
so it's not those I'm looking at. Yeah, it's not those I'm looking at. It's the ones that are where Eric's.
No, I know. trying to figure out the boundaries here. So this is too far. So we're zoned in these right here.
Yeah, I think so. So. There's a lot of, so what does the TBI line on the left say to the left of Eric? Okay, so they're Mercury and Pisces. This is where, okay, the Mercury and Pisces. The Mercury and Pisces should be where the TBI and the media meet up with groups that's fated with other law enforcement agencies. So this is this is it. I like this. I like this area right here. And then Tennessee is going to be right there next to the TBI, side by side. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I like this, those angles. So if we wanted to go to Sebastian's home.
So the problems,
and look at that, and see where where these lines are going as far as the neighbors and the woods. And I've looked at that.
Okay, let's do that. But first, I just want to so everybody understands, what could the problems be? Resistance in getting the evidence they need, people not cooperating with the investigation, dead end leads. Like those are the type of problems you're suggesting.
Well, look at the DA, because that's who really matters. Bring the red one. So the Jupiter in Leo, it's about things that he learns. There's things that he learns about the Texas Roadhouse that is eventually going to come out that leads him here away from the landfill. Because see, the thing is that the landfill, that we don't really have
anything that came up.
I just don't see the lines that we would need over the landfill other than the DA. And the DA is who matters. You know, if we're wanting some court action, we can't have that court action without the DA. And when the new DA comes on, I hope it's that girl, because I think that she'll bring Sebastian home. But so we could, start looking at those angles, and we can start looking at them by turning some of those off.
Yeah,
to get a real sense. We can start with the DA again, because we know that the DA is the marker. That Astria, him and her, him and Katie, they've got divine justice in Pisces. Okay. Yeah. So we know it's going
right
over.
Ring camera.
Yep. It's going to be the car, the ring camera. That is going down. So that right there, we know that those lines are going over the Texas Roadhouse.
This is the audio that I've got. I've got to get on my neighbor. Kitty was like, have you gone to see your neighbor yet? I'm like, I have had no time. She's like, not hungry enough or something like that. No time to cook for him, but I will have to get over there. That audio, that's this.
Yeah, but the only angle that I really want to look at is
the DA.
Not the Venus. Yeah, not the Venus one, not that one, but the next one. That's it. The Jupiter and Astria. It's because it's faded, so we want to go up. We know what's going down. We know that Carter and all of that is going there, so we can keep going up, and we see that it goes into the woods. It goes over honeysuckle into those woods that are massive, and it keeps on going into those woods that are massive. Goes over High Cliff, Branch, Shell Road, Tyree Springs. I can't see them now, but it goes all into White House.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And then if you zoom out all the way a little, zoom out some more and see what other states we're going to. So we're going to Kentucky. If we were to be in another state, right? We're going to Kentucky. We're going to Indiana. I see Evansville, Indiana.
Chicago.
We're going to Illinois and Wisconsin. So those would be, if he was in another state, that's where I would want to see what other, and I know that.
What about South?
I know that there is addresses in Indiana. So I want you to zoom in on Indiana, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but why can you just explain?
Because I'm going to tell you what's in Indiana.
No, but why not South when you're going north for addresses? because their energy is moving north.
Because Katie and the DA both have Astria. Astria is the justice.
But why north, honey, is what I'm asking.
Because that is Astria.
Oh, and Astria goes north only?
His and Katie's Astria is going north. They're both in Pisces, so it's going north. So if we go down in Indiana, that area in Indiana right there, because otherwise we're looking at the landfill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not where the justice is with the DA. The justice with him and Katie is going into Kentucky and Indiana. Right there. Yep. That line.
Mm-hmm.
And going into Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And it was weird to me that dude was arrested right there. Right after, Sebastian went missing. Remember, there was a guy that was arrested out of Illinois for child pee in Hendersonville?
No.
You remember that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Nicole says she's in Indiana. Oh, Dawn, I hope you feel better, honey.
It freaked me out because the Astria is going right over his home where he lived. It was freaky. It freaked me out. But yeah, so this could be a really good angle simply because the justice for Katie, if Katie had anything to do with it, especially if it had anything to do with medicine, there's a fate. There's a fate with Texas Roadhouse, with the DA, with Katie, and there is an angle that is going over there, and then that angle is coming up into the justice. The landfill, I was thinking that they were going to search is on that line, but they didn't. They searched another one.
Well, the reading I did, that'll be out tomorrow at the drugs comes up, but at the bowling. So we're going to have to watch for that tomorrow.
You're in Missouri with their other line. So that one, the Venus for the DA is going right up. That one is going straight over the landfill, like right over it. Like dead on that landfill. Not to the right, not to the left, over it. Which says a lot, but they didn't find anything. And what's interesting is they say that they didn't find anything, but that's where his Venus is.
Well, so that's what I was just about to say. Are they just not telling anybody they found
his Venus? His Venus is where, the Venus is where you're going to have evidence. You're going to have something of ownership from that property, and it would go to Kathy because it's matching Kathy. And see, she does have an angle right there with his justice. What is that one for her? It's probably her Chiron. Yep. It's opposing the Pluto. So her Pluto in Virgo, probably in the 5th house of kids. And her Chiron is probably in the 11th house where she shares pain with groups. And it could be about addiction. It could be about water. It could be about hospitals. If they put Sebastian in a hospital for behavior or some type of mental health, then he could be found in a hospital, maybe protected by HIPAA.
Deborah, when I was talking to the canine handler at the time, and she was asked to bring her dogs to the landfill, but I don't know, Julie Valente, how honest she was. I know a lot of people have, criticized her, but I know with texting with her, she was asking me why they were asking for Max. They specifically wanted Max to go to the landfill, and I said drugs, and she said Max is certified with drugs, narcotics. So anyway, so whether
that could definitely possibly, because I think that the DA was looking for evidence that is like a paper trail or something. I think that they were looking for, I don't think that they were looking for a body per se. I think that they were looking for something else.
Yeah.
But the DA does have his Venus there, and Venus is evidentiary value. It's things of value. But this angle with Astria is where there should be justice with the
There
health.
it is. Strong karmic thread with divine justice.
Yeah, if there is any type of, well, she would be right there. She would be with her Chiron. It's where she's wounded with groups, I think, with like I said, if he's in a hospital, if they put him in a hospital, will HIPAA protect that? Privacy, you know? I don't think so, but
I think it would be highly illegal when you get the FBI and have to
think
roll
so
the
too.
confirm
I'm
at
trying
this
to be
point.
positive, you know.
I know.
Positive here.
I know.
And then we could look at Terry. You know, I know we're gonna see other people show up here, of course. You know, when you look at the different family. What about SF? See if SF is there. See what SF is showing up on that angle. Okay, yeah. So he's big time there. He doesn't have any Aquarius energy or Capricorn, which doesn't surprise me. But go to the, so yeah.
What does that mean?
Just that he doesn't have a lot of, I won't say it. I'll be nice. So go to the right, the white line to the right of the DA. That's the dark moon that's conjunct. So this is where he has disordered aggression about the flame of life. So if Sebastian is found here, he's going to have a lot of disordered aggression. And I can tell you one thing, this is probably going over Bobby's house.
Bobby Simmons?
The neighbor Bobby.
Oh, okay.
And then this is where he gets a wake-up call with a lot of worrying. He's worrying here with the investigation.
He's going to get himself in trouble. I don't know what he's up to. Like,
so that's interesting to see that he is. Or what about the Terry Bauer stocks? I think he should be with the. I think he should be under family.
Yeah. Family.
Melissa too, because his lowest point, Sebastian's lowest point, is her.
I'm afraid to click on family.
Click on the folder. Don't click on family. Just click on the folder. Yeah. And then turn them off. Like turn Frances off. Turn Tanya off.
Oh, Frances. We haven't looked at her. Can we look at her after?
If you want. Okay, so turn Terry off and turn Michael on. Okay. Because Michael's the truck driver. There's where he shines. But it squares Uranus and Leo. So this is what this is telling me. The video at Texas Roadhouse. We the people. The video. We the people, Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
We are challenging him and how he shines in Indiana, in Kentucky and Indiana, going all up here. This goes through, I want to say, the motor coach company that Terry Bowersox has, but it does, yeah. So we're looking at Michael. All right. So Michael is a prospect here, Mr. Truck Driver. And then I want to see Melissa, see if she's right there. Not really. Of course, I don't have their birth times, and I don't have all the angles in there. I mean, geez.
Let's go to Frances for a second.
Okay.
Oh my God, look at her.
Yeah, Frances is there. Okay, so click on her line and see.
Which one?
The one next to the DA. Yeah. The other one. The one closest to the DA. There it is. So she has a lot of warring and pain on this angle. Oh, no, that's her north node. So she reaches her north node going this way, just like Eric Craddock. Eric Craddock has his fate going here. Frances has her fate going here. So this is fate for them, just like it is for the DA.
Interesting.
So we could for sure go north to see, you know. The ones going over Illinois, going to St. Louis and stuff, that's where we're going over the landfill.
This here?
No, the ones going over Illinois is going into that's going over the landfill in Kentucky. So
where do you want me to go? You don't want to go there.
Yeah, that's it.
No.
That's it. Yeah, I'm going to be looking. This is the angle that I'm going to be focusing on tonight. I have to go to Nashville tomorrow. I'll be in Nashville tomorrow until later tomorrow afternoon. So, until Thursday afternoon. So I won't be able to get much done.
Yeah.
So that is, that's a really, what was that Venus? Was that Venus, Michael's? Did you just go over a Venus of Michael's? No, it's over to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right, right there. So his Venus is in Aries and it's faded with Neptune and Scorpio. Well, I think he's a driver, maybe. Maybe he's a driver, Mr. Truck Driver. And I will say that there's a motor coach company that's on this angle too. With Terry Bowersox, he has a motor coach company. I don't know if he still has it, if he still works there, driving motor coaches, but there is a motor coach company here in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. And that's where Terry Bowersox. Okay, so Terry Bowersox Jr. lives on these lines in Louisville, Kentucky. And he is the one that said all kinds of negative stuff in the beginning about Chris and Terry, his dad.
Wow.
So yeah, this is I'm kind of digging this one.
Okay. So Asterios worth looking in here.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, do we want to go to Jack and Lily?
Sure.
What are we doing with Jack and Lily? Did you update a chart? I wanted to show you because you asked me earlier.
I updated their map.
Okay. Because you asked.
And I put that address on there that you sent me. I put it on there, so it should be on there on the map.
The Bert's Towing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wanted to just show Jen because she asked what Bert's Towing was, because I shared the RCMP's communications. So she asked. So I want to go back here and look at the lines because Riel felt super sick when we pulled this up. I don't feel it now necessarily, but we did. All of us felt very nauseous here. So let's go look. Okay, let's look at the chart. Let's see.
Yeah, anybody that lives in Indiana, y'all put out flyers at the dollar store, at your convenience stores. Put out them flyers, y'all, because he could be anywhere. But yeah, that's where I'm focused. That's where I'm going to focus on tonight. I drew in Jack's North Node, and this kind of, shocked me because his North Node and his South Node, his North Node is in Gemini. His South Node is in Sag. That's where that fire happened. And if you follow it on down, you go all into Maine and into the United States. So once I added in his lunar nodes of fate, one of them, the Gemini goes to the landfill, the Sag goes to the fire, and it also goes to Maine. And there is definitely a connection. No matter what time Lily is born, she is highly connected to Alaska and Maine.
No way.
To go out of the area and go into, looking somewhere else.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go to the gas station or Bert's Towing. Right here?
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's his workplace.
Oh, then it's the next one right there.
So because there's lines going right over it. What are these?
where there is a, during the missed event, a possible head wound, a possible, if somebody ran them over, if somebody hit them, then that automotive place could be where they took the car. If they would have been hit. But if they would have been hit, you would think that, you know, there would be evidence of that on the road.
But so these lines, though, the missing lines are right here.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of energy that comes here. And so I want you to go back to that because I want to explain that one to you, the Nova Scotia one.
This one?
No, that's missing. The blue is Nova Scotia. Yeah. So knowing what you know, there's a lead that comes in here for Nova Scotia. And it's a lot of energy. It's like directed energy, like mediumship or, you know, remote viewing or something like that. So just knowing what you know, that would suffice for that. It's in their 7th house relationships and partnerships. But there is also, this could be, you know, it could definitely be that somebody took their car to get worked on here. That's a part of the missing event. Because we got a lot of warring energy here.
Well, this is apparently, that's why I asked him to clarify in the email, because this is apparently where Malaya had her car towed the morning they were searching. She left the search and had her car towed here.
Why would she have her car towed there?
Good question. Good question. Good question. She never stated, but it was right. Donna, am I getting this right?
Is she showing up there?
Oh, Donna left. She's sick. Who? Malaya?
Is she showing up there?
Where is she?
You'd have to click on her tab.
I know, I'm just looking for her when I say where is she. Is she pink?
Uh-huh.
Gains her about the investigation going through
That's
Saturn.
her Saturn. That's her Saturn. That's the angle that we were looking at yesterday. So the vehicle, you know,
is this related to Nova Scotia?
Mars is the vehicle, the body. Okay. And we have, if there was an accident, you know, if there was some type of accident here, that could be why she took her car there. I don't know. That's kind of weird. If there was an accident and she had to get her car fixed.
I was wondering if the kids were in the trunk when they were searching and she had her car, somebody towed her car there.
Oh God.
Well, I was just curious.
That would be a trip if that was that. Oh my God.
Well, I was just curious because who leaves a search and rescue panicked and has their car towed at the same time? People are searching for your missing kids. It's bizarre.
Is Lily showing up there? Is Lily showing up there? Because she's got a lot of prominent energy in Aries. She does.
I'm just there she is.
There's the Justice.
Jesus Christ. So there's something to that place then, maybe, eh?
I think so. I think could be, yeah. There's a Justice here.
Well, I sent them there, but please.
That's good. I wonder if Jack is there. I'll have to see if any of them actually go right over that. And I can see what the exact compass bearing it is.
What color is little Jackie?
He's red. Jack is red. I may not have put him in there yet. Okay.
Okay. No.
I don't think I've done the Aries for him yet.
So when we were picking up energy, we were not wrong. There's something here in this energy. It's just, what is it?
It looks like an accident happened to me.
Donna heard Donna thought that she heard a psychic say that he had there was an accident with one of the kids on the 4-wheeler that they covered up. At 8 o'clock in the morning, it would have been the night before, maybe.
I saw something with Jack, I want to say at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I'll do a live.
Why would they not report the accident though? Like, that's what doesn't make sense. It's not like an ATV accident unless like an accident, somebody lost their shit and went to swing at them and killed them by mistake maybe, but I can't see an ATV accident that they would go through this whole missing person thing. Like, it does that just, and how did 2 kids get missed?
Well, see,
I
when I
don't
was
know.
looking at it this morning, I was adding some of Lily in. I noticed that Malaya and Lily have a lot of Piscean energy, which would tell me that it's about, a possible, medicines or something, or, medicine related. I don't know, I'm
Rugs
still trying to
related?
figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, because rugs came up for sure on the very first reading I did and repeatedly.
And
And
I
then
think that it's possible that it would be, instead of, methed out, it would be like, medication, like pills.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gathering here.
You
I
don't
know
think
if
the
they
kids got
on
into
any
the meth
medicine.
by mistake? Because that could be considered an accident. The kids got into the meth by mistake and
I think it would have
OD'd.
been pills. I think that it would have been, if they got into something, it was pills. But I don't
Prescription.
know. I don't know. I'm still trying to work in those angles and see what I can commit to, because right now it's really hard to commit. I think I've got one hot spot, and I want to commit, and I want to put at least 5 on there, but I haven't been able to commit to a certain area because I'm looking at Maine. When they called it in at 10 o'clock, there's a lot of United States showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And, Daniel's workplace, you would think that one of the lines, I'm going to have to see what the compass bearing is for that to see if Malaya or one of the kids has that workplace, which I don't think that we would be looking at the workplace for him. I think I really think we're probably going to go more of that Pisces energy because they got a lot of.
Yeah, right this way, right?
It would be more to the left, more to the west. Yeah, that's where the more of the Pisces energy would be. And this is, poor Lily. This is where she shines, but there's definitely her and
there's the landfill.
Her and her mother have a lot of Piscean energy. What is that? What is that over the landfill? Was that a landfill?
Yeah, we've got here landfill.
Oh, let's go down there. Let's zoom in and see what's there. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Well. Well, I hope not. Sure hope not. Oh, God.
I don't think these kids are alive. I think Sebastian's alive, possibly, like a good chance, but I don't think these kids are anymore.
Can you zoom in so we can see the blue with the Nova Scotia? So this is the Nova Scotia series conjunct leads coming in 6th and 7th house with Aries. So it's about the health and relationships with the health.
Mm-hmm.
And because Lily's coming over here, this means there could be a head wound here where she was knocked unconscious. Yeah, that sucks.
So this is a very big area of interest, do you think?
I think it very well could be. That's probably going to be a hot spot. I want to see the compass bearing of it, and then I'll see if any other, if anybody else is going over that I haven't drawn, that would go right over it. Is Canada going there?
Let's see if Jack. Yeah, let's see if Jack's not here.
Okay. See.
No Canada.
Okay.
Missing.
We got the missing on.
Nova
It's right
Scotia's
there.
on. Lily's on. Malaya's on. No, we got nothing else, but
Yeah,
I'll
work
hold
on that.
off. I won't send that as a possible location.
Can you
I'll
go
hold
zoom
off.
in? Can you zoom
Yeah.
in a little bit? I want to see how close we are.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I need to go up because the landfill's going north. Actual landfill's going north. I mean, like, yeah. So zoom in where those lines are.
Right here.
And you said you can't put the little man down to the ground. Can you go closer in? Right there?
I don't see a man on my screen. I don't know. It's so weird.
So yeah, I mean, the lines are going over the landfill.
Yeah. And there's water in there too. Go figure.
Well, yep, there's a lot of worrying here with the public image. Chiron is right there. A lot of pain here. Yeah. There's a justice here with her. So that's kind of depressing. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I really don't think they're alive anymore.
Where does that road go? So it keeps on going. Landfill Road keeps on going. So that must be all
the highway.
That would be all of the landfill up there. Yep. Because it's going to be pretty big, you know. It's not just a little bitty area. So those lines do go over it. That'll probably be a hot spot for me then.
Look at this. This too's got a body of water.
It's probably part of the landfill.
Mm-hmm. You think?
Yeah.
It's a big friggin' area.
Yeah. I mean, ours are pretty big here.
Yeah. Look at this big crevice too, right? This natural.
Oh God, that is so sad. I hope that they're. Oh God. Guess time is definitely going to tell. Which one is that? Which one is that one?
That's the landfill, 220 Landfill Road.
Okay.
This is in New Glasgow, so
do you know when their trash pickup was?
No. Shit, no.
We need to find out when they're. Yeah, we need to find out. Maybe your investigator can tell you when the trash was picked up, because wherever whoever picked up the trash, what we could do to try to investigate this further is whatever truck, like whatever company it was that picked them up, we could see where their company is located to see if the lines tell the same story, if it's jiving with this landfill. Because if the trash was picked up, say that morning, that could be a major problem. We could have a major problem, or the night before, the day before.
I'm just looking it up right now. 1407.
See when I'm sure that people have, the sleuths have talked about it.
Well, it came up pretty quick. Okay, so we're going back to May 2nd. Here, let me just share the screen. Man. No. May 2nd, but it would have been in their address. I've typed in their address. Make sure I got their address in the calendar here. Yeah, 1407 Gerlach Road. So compost on the 5th, so nothing on the 2nd. Every 2 weeks.
So we could be looking at if they went to the landfill, then we're looking at a dumpster, a public dumpster.
Not a landfill?
No, I'm saying if they didn't, if it didn't go in their trash,
Oh yeah, no, I don't think they put it in the
Two
trash.
kids in the trash, probably not. They probably did take it to a dumpster.
Yeah, or they drove their bodies to the dump. You know,
I doubt that. They probably would have taken if the kids are in the landfill, then that means that they took their bodies to a dumpster, like maybe even a commercial dumpster. That would have,
you think?
A big dumpster, like
Shit. What about like the one maybe at the gas station at the towing?
Yeah. I mean,
Any
type of place that would have a dumpster, or a dumpster out of garage. Yeah.
Lloyd, I'm thinking the same thing, dude. dear, dude. I'm thinking the same thing.
And I still like to know where she drove to get service, because wherever she drove to get service, that would be where we're looking at that she probably dumped them. If they would be in a landfill, that's around where she would have dumped them, in a dumpster. Surely not. But this bitch is, I mean, she's living it up in Florida,
I wonder, I'm going to go back to Bert towing. I wonder if there was a dumpster there. Was there?
Well, you said that she got she just had the car towed there, so she didn't actually go there. So yeah, those lines are going over the New Laird Cemetery. It's going over the same. This is the same ones we were looking at yesterday.
I know.
Yeah.
So how do we know which cemetery? Fuck. Like there's more than one. Lines are going right over more than one. There's Words towing.
Well, it would definitely be that one.
This one? Well, the other cemetery is right here. The lines are going right through it too. Look.
No, you said which cemetery would be that cemetery.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking landfill in my mind. Sorry, in my mind, I'm thinking two cemeteries, but sorry, 2 locations is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Like which one, cemetery or landfill?
I don't know. I'd have to see how far that one is to how far that.
This is it. This is New Glasgow. They wouldn't have had enough time to get this far.
No, what I'm saying is that they're not going to the landfill. They're not going straight to the landfill to dump them.
You're saying they dumped the bodies, yeah. But okay,
wherever she went, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking wherever she went to quote unquote get service.
Yeah.
That's where she dumped the kids.
I can't remember. I did this.
Whether they're in a landfill or whether they're in
it's
outside,
not that far. I can't remember Words towing if it was like 7 or 8 minutes from their house. I did type in the address. So it looks farther, but I think Words towing is only. It might have been
right before, and they were messed up. Then they could have dug a grave right by that cemetery all night long. If they were messed up, and that could be why they were sleeping with the baby that morning.
Because they were already disposed of.
But, the grandmother says she heard them, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, not sure I believe that story. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, these 2 are our focus. I'm kind of going up this way. Like, I'm wondering because... Go ahead, hon.
That's okay. Go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, I just wondering about the body being dumped somewhere in here. I'm just because of this. I don't know.
Yeah. Wherever she went to get service, that's where we want to hone in on and see where it is that she went to get service, because that's probably why there's wherever her justice is, that's probably where she went to get service.
Well, I don't think she's told us. I don't think she's dead.
Let me see if Jack's got the Pisces energy too.
Okay, I want to get the distance towards 4531. I think you have a different address.
It's the same address you gave me.
Is that it?
For the auto mechanic place, anyway.
Where's going?
Oh yeah, I put his Pisces energy in there today. That's right. I did put that in there.
They've got the wrong address on their map. Or I've got the wrong words going. I got Kingston. Okay, so you want me to pull up his now, Jack?
Yeah, I put in Jack's Neptune. It's all that Pisces energy that's going north up there. There's a lot of Pisces energy. That that red line that you see with Jack, that's his Neptune. So not only does Jack have his Neptune here, but so does Lilly. Which is, you know, if we're thinking about, yeah, see, it's a trip that they are both
right there.
Yeah. That's another angle that I was working on this morning that I thought was interesting, because they both have their Neptune here.
Mm-hmm.
And Lily's is conjunct Mercury in Pisces. That Mercury in Pisces was in transit when they allegedly went missing that morning. Her Mercury was in transit with Mercury, but Mercury was in Aries. The missing Aries was making contact with her Mercury in Pisces. You see what I'm saying? Mercury in Aries was the same degree as her Mercury in Pisces. So when we're looking at the missing Mercury there in Aries that we were just looking at, it was making contact with her, which is a trip. I mean, that really trips me out to see that they were the same degree. And that's the same degree as the Aries Saturn from Malaya. That's why I'm kind of tripping out on that landfill, because I didn't see the landfill there. That's why I'm tripping on that landfill, because that could be where they're at.
But hang on, the landfill is over here. No?
No, the landfill is right there, where we just were, above. Keep going up by the missing line right there. No, the one down. The marker down right there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but you're talking over here.
Well, I was saying that Mercury that she has that's in Pisces was the same degree as that missing line over there by the landfill. With the missing Mercury that was in Aries. No, actually, the missing Mercury that's in Aries, I think is I don't remember. It's hard for me to. I want to click on them, but I can't.
Saturn return.
Yeah, so her Saturn return, and you know, we're this could be about the landfill. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to look at it and work on it a little bit more. Bring up some of these lines too that are down in the circle, because that it could be out of that 30-mile radius. So that landfill would be about 35 miles. Wherever she went to get service, that's what we really need to find out.
How do we find that out? You never heard from
on the group?
From
the sleuthing group on Facebook? They probably got everything.
They probably do. I gotta start getting into Facebook. But you never heard back about Daniel's birthday, eh?
I didn't. No, don't have his. I'm just gonna keep working on Malaya's and the kids.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is fascinating. Do you have anything else you want to add? I think I'm going to call it. I'm tired. And,
yeah, me too, girl.
So tomorrow you're off. I'll be on my own on the live tomorrow. I'm going to be out with my daughter and Rory. I'm going to head out and see them. They're all heading out of town this weekend for a little bit. But I did do the video that'll be released tomorrow for Sebastian. And I am going to be live for everybody here. I just don't know what time tomorrow because I might be a little later on the live because I'm going to be driving through traffic home. So just look out for it, everybody. And then, you're not going to join? I'm assuming tomorrow because you're out of town, right?
Yeah, I'll be with my granddaughter.
Okay.
I'll be with her, so I'll be in your chat. That's for sure.
Okay, honey.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat.
Oh, okay, everybody. Wow.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate you letting me come back up here again today and, talk
I
about.
appreciate your time.
The live this morning and everything. I mean, it's just, it's been a hell of a day, girl.
I know. No, it's fascinating. I just want to get answers.
I do too, babe. I do too.
I was just disappointed because I'm like, well, how did I end up at 178 Britain? It was just so weird. I guess you have to be there in the moment. Like, it's hard to watch on replay when it was just.
I don't know. I get it. I mean, since
weird.
Sebastian's been missing, it's like, I'll be having these aha moments, and then I have to come back down and go, okay, that didn't work out. So now what?
Well, this is what this is what the police probably deal with.
And I just, if it comes back and that's where he was, okay, but I don't know. His is a hard one. It's a hard one, and we just have to have patience.
Mm-hmm.
It's a virtue.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard.
I know. But I remember you saying with Sebastian that his chart looked like something was going to break more in the fall. Was that my imagination?
I mean, there's a lot of opposition that's coming for Katie in 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a major opposition that's coming with her and devices, communications. And I think that, looking at the DA today, this morning, looking at the DA with you again today, I'm going to zone in on that one right now. That's going to be my focus on his map for right now. That's what I'll be working on. That's what I was working on this morning. And I think that there's something to be said about that angle with him and Katie. And there's just a lot of fate right there. And all of the law enforcement's there. And I could even come down to see what neighbors, are we going over Bobby's? Are we just talking about Bobby and that's all that there is there? No, we're going to keep on going. We're going to see what else is there,
Yeah.
I'm sure I've done it a gazillion times, but I'm about to do it again,
Just trying to pull up your link because I made the mistake of going live without putting up my banner, which is why it's not on the bottom today. If you ever go live on StreamYard and you haven't posted and you haven't gone into that yet, you can't get it up when you're live. Have you had that problem? Yeah, it's like, geez. I'm going to try Streamlabs instead of StreamYard for a bit because I just like.
I've been able to put mine up after I go live. I just have to go into where my banners are. Yeah.
I'm in here. It won't let me get to banners. I cannot leave banners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
StreamYard has a mind of its own, but I appreciate y'all again. Thank you so much, Leanne, for
You're welcome, honey.
Looking at this and finding it interesting and just talking about it. And
it's just
your readings, my readings. Surely we can bring one of these kids home.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping between the two of us, we might be able to narrow it down, and really, who knows?
Yeah.
Get some justice. But, okay, sweetie, thank you, everybody, for being here. It is a day. I thank God Austin was caught. And I still think we're making a little bit of progress with these two cases. It's slow because it's a lot of work, but I feel like we're making some progress. I mean, I feel like that words towing has got something like there's got to be something there. There's just anyway. What it is God knows, but maybe just like you said, just somebody's car. It could be just Malaya's car was towed there. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway,
I don't know. I think that case is about it. It's going to be solved. I'm going to give. I don't know. I may do a little video and just have us some dates that we can be looking forward to. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I was getting August, that it might be solved in August. So I'm interested to see what you pull up, but we'll see.
I know that I think that I've got September 5th.
Okay.
September 5th and September 11th were 2 days I was looking at this morning.
Okay. Just quickly, I'm just getting a message. Do y'all think Trump's going to pardon Epstein?
I don't know.
Apparently, there's 1,000 redactions with his name in it. On it, 1,000 times it's been redacted.
I think she's got a strong relationship with the FBI. That's what I think.
Well, he's talking about pardoning Maxwell and Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they must have something on him. That's all I know.
I'm a Canadian, so for me, it's not about politics. Yeah. It's more just like, what is he trying to hide? If he's going to pardon, like, if he pardons Diddy, people are going to be so livid.
If he pardons them, then we all know he's guilty with Diddy and with Epstein, which we already know that he probably is anyway, you know?
Like, yeah.
I've always heard he was superb. I've heard he was superb. I don't, you know.
Listen, my daughter gets livid. She's like, my daughter gets livid. She's like, the man admitted that he grabbed a woman in the crotch in front of Billy Bush, and he's the president of the United States. Like,
these people just think that they're invincible. They're invincible, you know. From the state all the way to the federal level, they just think that they're invincible, you know.
And just where I live, yesterday they busted a human trafficking ring.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Man. All right, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, everybody.
Jeff.
He's probably got it already shipped to himself personally.
Yeah, he probably does. All right, y'all. Peace out. Bye.
Bye. Everybody. Okay, I didn't mean to get into politics, but no, I'm just curious because I'm hearing all this talk that he's going to pardon, and I'm just really curious to see if he's going to pardon. I think it's going to look so bad if he pardons Diddy and Ghislaine, but whatever. What do I know? Anyway. Okay, everybody, please do the YouTube things. Go and say thank you to Jen by subscribing. It's free. She's been spending a lot of time with us here, going through all the maps. It takes a lot of time. You're welcome, sweetie. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better for sure. But okay, everybody, I know Donna's not feeling well, so I hope she feels better. It's certainly working its way through. And look for the video tomorrow. It's being launched at 3 for Sebastian on the Strike and Spare, the tarot video, and then I'll be live probably closer to 6 or 7 tomorrow night because I'll be in town with my daughter. Okay? Love and light, everybody. See you tomorrow night. Cheers.